What's up, movie lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're heading to the Starlight Starbright Trailer Park to answer a question every 80s kid dreamed of. What if all those hours spent playing video games were actually training? We're talking about the 1984 sci-fi adventure that defined wish fulfillment for a generation, The Last Starfighter. It's the story of a regular kid who gets recruited to fight an intergalactic war because he got the high score on an arcade game. It's a classic with a ton of heart, but its real legacy was written in computer code. The story of how this film broke new ground is just as exciting as the movie itself. We're talking about revolutionary special effects, a legendary actor's final performance, and a video game that never actually existed. So hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and get ready for the flight of your life, because these are the top 10 deep dive facts you never knew about the making of The Last Starfighter. Let's get into it. Number 1. A sequel has been in development hell for decades. We'll start with the question every fan asks, where's the sequel? Fans have been clamoring for one for over 30 years, and it has almost happened several times. The biggest hurdle has been a complicated rights issue, with different parts of the property owned by different entities, making a new production legally very difficult. However, in recent years, screenwriter Gary Whitta, co-writer of Rogue One, a Star Wars story, has been passionately championing a sequel titled The Last Starfighters, and has even released concept art and a sizzle reel to build support. While it's still not officially greenlit, the fight to get a sequel made continues, proving just how much love there is for this classic. Number 2. The Gunstar was designed by the artist behind the Batmobile. The iconic Gunstar, with its unique spinning cockpit and Death Blossom attack, is one of the coolest ship designs in sci-fi history. It was designed by artist Ron Cobb, a legendary conceptual designer who had already made his mark on Hollywood. His incredible resume includes working on the Nostromo in Alien, the ships in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and even the DeLorean time machine in Back to the Future. His involvement ensured that the film's hero ship was both practical and unforgettable. Number 3. The film was a modest hit, but a wish fulfillment masterpiece. The Last Starfighter wasn't a blockbuster on the scale of Star Wars or E.T. It performed respectably at the box office, but didn't break any records. However, its legacy grew exponentially through home video and cable TV. The reason it resonated so deeply, especially with younger audiences, was its perfect execution of a core fantasy. The idea that the skills you develop just for fun could actually make you special and important on a cosmic scale. It told every kid who ever dreamed of escaping their small town that they might just have what it takes to save the universe. Number 4. The beta unit scenes were a technical nightmare. The scenes where Alex is replaced by a robotic doppelganger, the beta unit, were incredibly difficult to film in a pre-digital era. Actor Lance Guest had to play both parts, which meant he had to act against nothing or against a stand-in who would be matted out later. For shots where both Alex and the beta unit were on screen, they used a split-screen process. This required the camera to be completely locked down, and Guest had to perfectly time his performance on one side of the screen to match the performance he had already filmed on the other side. It was a technically demanding process that required immense precision from the actor and crew. Number 5. Finding Alex Rogan was a huge challenge. The filmmakers looked at a host of future stars for the lead role of Alex Rogan, including Kevin Bacon and Emilio Estevez. However, they ultimately chose the relatively unknown Lance Guest. The reasoning was crucial. They wanted Alex to be a true everyman. They feared that if they cast a recognizable star, the audience wouldn't believe him as a kid stuck in a trailer park. Guest's anonymity was his advantage, making his journey from an ordinary, relatable kid to an intergalactic hero feel much more authentic and earned. Number 6. The film's epic score was intentionally old-fashioned. The soaring, heroic, and incredibly memorable score by composer Craig Soffin is one of the film's highlights. At a time when many sci-fi films were leaning into synth-heavy electronic scores, Safin and director Nick Castle made a conscious choice to go in the opposite direction. They wanted a classic, sweeping, orchestral score in the grand tradition of John Williams' work on Star Wars. Safin composed a powerful, brass-heavy main theme that perfectly captured the sense of adventure and heroism, giving the film a timeless, mythic quality that has helped it endure for decades. Number 7. The Star Car was a custom-built machine. Centauri's incredible, gull-winged, flying car wasn't a modified production vehicle, it was a completely custom-built prop. Designed by the film's production designer, it was built from scratch using a Volkswagen chassis and various other car parts. The futuristic DeLorean-style body was a fiberglass mold created specifically for the film. It was a brilliant piece of practical engineering that had to look futuristic enough to be an alien spacecraft, but grounded enough to start its journey in a trailer park. Number 8. It was Robert Preston's final theatrical film role. The character of Centauri, the charming, intergalactic huckster who recruits Alex, is absolutely unforgettable thanks to the legendary Robert Preston. This role was a perfect fit, echoing his most famous performance as the charismatic con man Professor Harold Hill in The Music Man. He brought a classic, old Hollywood charm and gravitas to a sci-fi setting. Tragically, it was his final role in a theatrically released film before his passing in 1987. His performance is so full of life and energy that it serves as a wonderful, poignant final curtain call for a true icon of the stage and screen. Number 9. The arcade game never actually existed. This breaks a lot of hearts, but the Starfighter arcade game was not a real playable game. It was a prop cabinet with a movie screen inside playing the pre-rendered CGI video footage that was created for the space battle scenes. The joystick and buttons didn't actually do anything. The computer graphics required to create those visuals were so advanced and expensive that no arcade hardware in 1984 could have possibly run them in real time. The game was pure Hollywood magic, designed to look like the dream game every kid wished they could find at their local arcade. And finally, at number 10, we have the film's most important legacy. Today's CGI is everywhere, but in 1984, it was the final frontier. The Last Starfighter was one of the very first films to use computer-generated imagery for all its spaceship shots, dogfights, and planetary effects instead of physical models. While Tron had used CGI 2 years earlier, this was the first time CGI was used to simulate photorealistic, real-world objects. The 27 minutes of CGI in the film took a company called Digital Productions and a Cray XMP supercomputer, the most powerful computer in the world at the time, months to render. A single frame of a complex shot could take up to an hour to process. It was an incredibly expensive and risky gamble that paved the way for the future of special effects. So there you have it, a film that was truly ahead of its time, blending a classic, heartfelt story with technology that would change movies forever. The Last Starfighter is a testament to the power of imagination, a perfect slice of 80s nostalgia, and a reminder that there might be a hero waiting inside every one of us. What do you guys think? Is the Gunstar one of the coolest ships in sci-fi history? What's your favorite line from the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your take on it. And hey, if you enjoyed this trip across the frontier, do me a favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell so you can be the first to know when we drop our next deep dive. Thanks for hanging out. And as Grig would say, may the luck of the 7 pillars of Gulu be with you. See you in the next video.